Hello everybody, this is Phil the Miniature Model Maker coming to you today with part 4 of our EXS build. I have got the body and the legs and the first of the jet packs or the booster packs done. The other booster pack and the arms now are left to do, and this morning I took my kit apart to get the inside of this primed. And let's pull my video over so I can actually see what's going on. Multiple screens and multiple things. There we go. And close that out. So much fun. This is actually kind of fun streaming on Twitch, guys. I enjoy it. But I do have a Discord call up that I'm going to have to exit out of. Otherwise, you're going to hear half of conversation and it'll be kind of strange. So we will talk. Yeah, watching it, exactly, watching it here twice. I had to mute myself on Twitch also so I didn't hear things twice. So what I did earlier was start priming the inside of these black because they are hollow and show up as yellow. And one more window to pull over so I can see actual what I'm doing in real time, which is kind of nice. And there we are. Okay. So I think today I'm going to work on one of these arms. Now this is part of my 60-minute mission series over on YouTube, where am doing 60-minute streams. Whatever I get done in 60 minutes is what I get done, and then it goes up. That's kind of a play on the 30-minute mission kits, but it's also a way to keep streams and videos digestible in small, for me, small shorts. I tend to do long form content because that's the better way for me personally to do these build guides. And those of you who are just discovering me, welcome. You're probably seeing this on a VOD because I stream at kind of strange times. A little bit about me, or a little bit about this channel. This Twitch channel has kind of evolved from YouTube, which I was heavily involved with at the start and am still involved in. I have a number of videos and things up over there, and all of these Twitch streams also go up on YouTube, because I think it's generally a better platform for hobby content like this, but Twitch is easier to stream to, and given the time of day that I usually do this, most folks over on YouTube are at work or in class or whatever. So I figured I'd come over here and do some live streams over here and then just post the videos over on the other place. But what the inception of this channel, how did Miniature Model Maker come to be? Well, I had worked in the private sector in a real responsible, quote-unquote responsible adult job, and I'm no longer there, and found myself with a whole lot of model kits and some discretionary time on my hand, and the game that I played, the other thing that I did with my time was play video games, and the game just kind of wasn't as interesting for me, and I started needing to have some sort of physical, tactile thing going on, and I wanted to work. So I started getting motivated to work on my model kits, which at the time were all GW. I do enjoy making my Warhammer models and stuff, but I discovered these artifacts at the end of last year, little bit before Thanksgiving in the U.S., so mid-November of last year, and I just absolutely fell in love with them. They're they're exactly the kind of kit that I like to build as far as models. So they're small, miniature model maker. I do enjoy small models and small scale models. Plus the mecha are neat and the designs are cool and they're inexpensive, and it was just in time for me to tell all my family members, hey, would you please get me these kits for Christmas? So I ended up with all, all of the artifacts available in the US at the time, or available to me at the time, and thought, well, okay, I really want to build these, and what can I do to keep my enthusiasm for this going, to keep myself motivated to work on these, and kind of maintain a regular schedule. And that's when my friend Chris said, hey, what about we were talking and I mentioned making videos, and we both thought that was a great idea. So I started over on YouTube, but not knowing anything about it, and being past a certain age and not generally having need at the time for the best of technologies. Not the newest phones, not the newest all of this stuff. I had my gaming computer. That's what I spent my technology money on. The quality wasn't great, so I have kind of restarted the build guide. So rather than doing just a straight up, here's how you build it in over the course of an hour and a half or few hours, sometimes 5 or 6, depending on the kit, I'm now doing these 60-minute missions where I'm going through and detailing all of everything, preparing, building the kits with glue and taking seam lines out and treating them as if I'm preparing them for painting, which I am. And it's going to be quite an endeavor, and will be lasting a fair amount of time. But these are long form streams and videos for people who who have these kits, or are able to get them and want to build them, or just want to listen to somebody in the background while they're doing their own hobbying. I like to do that. There are people over here on Twitch that I do that, and there are lots of people over on YouTube that I do that with too. And I think that's a very legit use of a view of your viewing time if you choose to spend your time consuming my content while you do that, I am grateful. Because this thing is these kits are a labor of love for me. Not many people make English language content for them. There are lots of shorts and lots of unboxings, but the majority of the build videos and paint videos and things I've seen are, Japanese or Korean, and a couple Chinese folks. So I thought that it would be a good idea to make my channel as build guides, things that will help people with their kits when there are other folks out there who are much better at making edited videos and much better at painting or just content creation in general, whereas my strength is in teaching. That's really where I belong, and am using this medium as a way to get that back into my life, helping people find success with something is meaningful and gives me a lot of personal satisfaction. And this is how I'm finding that at this stage of my life. So I do hope that you stick around and enjoy the content however you wish. If you pay me enough, I'll make sure that I'm in a good voice time of day where I'm not all scratchy and clogged up and everything, and maybe I'll read something out to you. Maybe I'll narrate something to you. Unfortunately, my friend who is watching this, I'm no Luke Allen Gale. But maybe I will do the Weenie Man song. And yes, that was me trying to get you to chat, goober. Put a chat in the message so I can make sure and see that it's working. Please. Alright, that's... I have too many... Do I have too many windows up? Oh, there we go. Hi. I see it. Good. Cool. Thank you. It's always good to test, right? Especially after all the issues I've been encountering elsewhere. Oh, this is kind of neat. So I ended up accidentally getting... Oh, it's because there was still uncured primer in there, and it got all over my finger. Thank God this is acrylic. But this is kind of a good trial for the future, because one of the steps that I am going to do to finish these details is prime everything this black and sand it down. So we kind of get to see how it works now, unintentionally. Fun. Fun, fun. I'm going to enjoy that. Alright, so we've got that part pretty much done. And now this one. This one's also pretty much done. But and you do need to make sure to sand these pegs down a bit. I use a file. Plastic file works great. Okay, there we go. So how do things look over here compared to over on YouTube? Is the video quality and audio quality the same or better or worse? And I have to remember that there's a delay. I think it's about the same. Okay. Well, running everything through the same software, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised if the settings remain the same across platforms. Now this piece will, let's go ahead and bring these down too. And that's nice. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and try our dry fit on this. Oh, wrong. Huh. Oh, I'm a goober. Okay, you go there. And I lost my... Did I... Here we are. I prepped the wrong piece. Now the other one's done. Very nice. That worked out. It'll even out in the end. So I think the next kit I'm going to work on after this is going to be one of the Zaku's. Yeah, I'm not sure if it should be the 3 or the 3 or this one, or our Molly Ringwald. Since I now have that cute little profile pic, I kind of feel obligated to do a kit up in that scheme. So it'll be one of these three, or one of the other Molly Ringwald. Yes, you're gonna laugh about it every time I say that. maybe maybe I should go back and see if I can get it to make a picture of that same mobile suit holding a boombox. Or perhaps I'll take the time, and before uploading any of the pre-recorded videos to YouTube, I'll edit in your eyes. Too bad. Too bad that's copyrighted, because being able just playing that song the entire time. Can you imagine hours and 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 hours of just that one song? And then people not getting it, and finally once it's done, you're like, oh, I see. Yeah, I don't think, as much as I can binge music, I don't think I could listen to that song for that long. It's got to be some sort of ambient music if I'm going to have it on repeat. Okay. Oh, you need to. Ah, damn it. Hmm. First time chat. Okay, here. Just move things around a little bit. There we are. Now I can see a little better. And let's hope this piece fits and will glue nicely. So yeah, I was pretty bummed about that ABS glue. It it is made for plumbing, and cures quickly. Which, to be fair, is what I want when I'm working on plumbing. But it's not so great for the model building. So I think once once this stream is done, I'm going to give him a call and see what sort of things I can add to it that would retard curing. Maybe even thin it out, the glue itself. It's a bit thick. Kind of like me. Okay, that sucked. Okay, that was too much glue. Alright, so that part is done. Let's look at the arm. Boop, boop, boop. Not bad, not bad. So now while I'm doing this, I have to think of a good bio section to put on my information. Just some, can't put random dude builds tiny Gunpla. News at 11. Though that would be kind of funny. So at the moment I'm just going through and smoothing out inconsistencies and mold lines and things, just prepping for painting. I can talk, but I probably end up repeating the same thing I said in last stream or other streams. Because when it's just me, unless I go on some sort of diatribe like I did that one time. So are you back to playing Stardew? You should stream it. It's like that video I sent you months ago. I think that would be a fun thing. It's right up your alley. Or were you going to wait until the Hobbit game came out to do that? Because I know we talked about it. Me, maybe, we'll see. We're such indecisive people. We'll see if I feel like it. If I get a wild hair at my butt and want to do something. Sure. Oh yeah, that's why I had this video up. It's got my timer on it. Uh-oh. 31 minutes in. We got 29 minutes left. Wasn't it 29 minutes when I checked the last stream too? That's pretty funny. It's like I have an internal timer. So if you're watching this VOD, folks, um, just know that I do have a YouTube channel, and I think I've got it linked up. But it's the same name, Miniature Model Maker, without the underscores, over on YouTube, and it's this exact same kind of content. I have the first few parts of this current build up under the 60-minute missions playlist. But if you want something just to listen to, there are quite a few Let's Builds of the Gundam Artifact series. I would appreciate you going over there and visiting it. Every like, subscribe, follow, share, whatever have you, helps other people who like this same topic and content find it. So that's the one thing. If I've learned anything about social media after starting this sort of thing, it's all those likes and follows aren't just for building cred or social media bragging. A thing is that the algorithm is a thing, and you don't always know of a channel, even if you're searching for it. That content, if there is not engagement. I spent months and months and months and months already. Well, what's it been? It's 2 months now since Christmas. 2 months searching for Gundam Artifact videos and content and things, and not a lot of it shows up without a search. It's kind of going through a haystack to find a needle. And it's really only the big channels that maybe do this as kind of a side thing or as an additional part of their content that I've found. There aren't really other channels dedicated to this. It's such a small niche that I don't think really people are aware that it's a possibility for making build guides and things like this. You see lots of pics of built things up on Reddit and Instagram and stuff, but with Gundam Assemble being delayed, Phase 5 of these hopefully making it to the US soon, and interest in Gundam, miniature Gundams, Gunpla, not just the grade scale. People might be looking for it, and without the engagement to tell the computer, hey, yeah, this is actually helpful and useful and worth recommending, it doesn't get recommended. So every little bit does help, because I would like to reach as many folks as I can and help them, and have our little artifact community going on. Because I'll tell you, if you really want to put the time in on these little kits, it can take a very long time to do a full detail crazy build. I'm already at what, 4? Is this part 4? 4 hours, 5 hours now, and that doesn't count the initial just snap fit build to see how it all goes together. So we might be 6 or 7 hours into this kit. There's a lot of time, and that doesn't count customization and other things and cleaning and painting. Right there, I just had to concentrate so I didn't get that glue everywhere. There's a bit of a gap right here. Alright, that's done. Now we have a question. We've come to a fork in the road, people. The shoulder shroud. So this part normally would go up into the shoulder shroud here, and you would clip it in with these on either side. However, I want this out and separate to be able to better paint these, because these things really get in the way a lot. I mean, where's Bob? Where are you? There you are. Like, just looking at that, they really are a nuisance when it comes to access and being able to paint, let alone just being able to paint them. So we're looking at now having to build or glue this shoulder part independently. Go for more part separation. Yay. I wonder how many parts this is going to be. So the choice there was, I kind of explained what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to keep that shoulder, or this thing, whatever it is, separate, and then we'll trim off. I could just actually trim it like that, And now we have a peg that goes up into the arm and can glue it. Or if I want to get really fancy, put some putty up here into the shoulder and then put a metal rod up there. Alrighty, have fun, good luck with everything. Catch you later. Goodness gracious. Okay. Oh, you got 42 minutes. We're doing pretty good, folks. Doing pretty good. Time is on our side. I will be happy if we can get to the scribing stage today. That would be great. Because then after that is the priming stage. And then the cleanup stage. And then it's done. Hello, Kingslayer. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Welcome, welcome. What brings you here today? You still there? I hope you are, and that the delay in the chat is not causing you problems. Is there any way to see how many viewers there are? person. I'm still getting used to this twitched thing here. Is there a timestamp? So I'm working on the EXS Gundam Artifact. Getting it ready for painting and all of that. I have a thing about wanting to have my models at least built to display quality. Even my Warhammer stuff I try to assemble as high-end as I can because my painting skills aren't enough to hide problems and make something flashy, you know? Plus, these building things to the high level is fun. Oh, did you just follow? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I don't have any of those any widgets or anything telling me. I just looked up at the screen and saw the second follower, so thank you. What brought you here today? So have you built an EXS kit before? Or do you know of it from the show? I just discovered, well, I've known of Gundam my whole life. I've been around for as long as it has. And just only recently got into modeling of them when these little artifacts came out. So I'm still very much a newbie to the universe and all of that. When it started getting popular here in the States, I was watching things like Robotech or playing role-playing games and such, and didn't really get into it. So I've still got a lot to learn about the universe. Well, I hope I didn't miss your chat and that you went away before I could catch it. That seems to be a perennial problem of mine, having to pay attention to building my model and then looking up at a screen, and if I miss it just too late, it's gone. So if you come back and watch this in VOD, or if you're still here, thank you for your comment. If you're not, well, thank you for your comment anyway. And I hope you come by in my next stream, because this one's going to be over here in just a little bit, and that we can have a chat. That's pretty good. Alright, let's get ready to glue this. And Kingslayer, if you are still here, I'm going to end this stream once I've finished gluing this piece and done a little bit of work on that other one. But I will be back later on with another one. I am trying to keep them to 60 minutes each as a means to track progress and keep the content digestible. Plus an hour is about as long. Hour and a half is about as long as I can realistically sit here and pay careful attention to things before I start getting too tired from all of the talking and modeling and brain power that it requires to do a stream like this. Boy, if I can get this piece done, that would be great. think that's going to happen. We're cutting it close, folks. 3 minutes to go. Can I do it? Can I do it before I have to go start laundry and do dishes? That's the big question. With a good sharp blade in my hand to help me, I just might. 1 minute. And here's the bell. We have succeeded. Very, very lucky. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoulder, arm, pod, and that. Alright, folks. I have been Phil the Miniature Model Maker, coming today from Twitch. The channel over there is Miniature Model Maker. Big surprise. Thank you for watching. Chris and Kingslayer, thank you for your comments over here. Thank you for the follow. I do appreciate that. If you want to see more of my content, please go over to my YouTube channel, Miniature Model Maker. You may need to add Gundam Artifact to your search term, and you'll definitely come up with my stuff. We finished the arm. We have one more arm and a thruster to go before all of the gluing part of the assembly is done, which is pretty spiffy if you ask me. Then we get to go back and clean mold lines, etc., fill gaps, which is going to be an interesting chore. But remember, people, this is a hobby, and if it doesn't bring you joy, don't do it. Be good to yourselves. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.